was really surprising when I watched the film. Is like this. You guys have really great chemistry. So I'm just wondering, did you guys audition a lot of times together, or was it just one of those things that just naturally?
Strangely short auditioning process. I met Zach once before I got the role. It was incredible. I mean, walking in the room and having JJ there was one thing. He's a fantastic, warm presence, especially in an atmosphere, the audition room that is just classically clinical and can oftentimes be awful. So he was great. And then to have Zachary step into the room, I think I knew right away that he was someone that I could work with well. And we'd known each other actually before this whole process started. So it was like working with friends off the bat.
To have, I mean, it looked on, when you watch it as a viewer, the collective energy that you guys had on the bridge, was there real camaraderie of sorts? Was it like, do you guys feel like it was kind of like a bit of a war thing where you guys were all like in it to kind of weigh in?
Well, it wasn't, I mean, except the war thing sort of connotes a level of stress or a level of anxiety or a level of, urgency that I don't think was part of this experience, but the camaraderie aspect of it definitely was. I mean, everybody that's involved in this movie is uniquely funny and uniquely themselves, and nobody compromised that or was expected to compromise that, but rather to bring it and infuse their characters with it, and that was really exciting to see. Simon Pegg and John Cho, just hands down two of the funniest guys I've ever met, and then you add Carl Urban, who surprised me with how funny he was, and this guy's really funny. There was a lot of humor on set, and that was something that kept things moving along nicely, I think. I
have to ask Chris, I mean, like this film, you're pretty much in every scene, and there's a lot of action, or like you need to.
What you're trying to say is that I just get beaten up the whole time.
When the last day of shooting ended, did you just go to sleep
long
for a
massage,
week?
Long. I was so surprised by usually when I'll read through the script and I'm looking at the scenes between the dialogue scenes, and then I just kind of casually skip through these 10 pages of that are just describing the action sequences. What I fail to realize is that those 10 pages take forever to shoot. We had a great stunt team behind us that taught me a lot about how much pain I could actually take, but it was a lot of fun, really hard, way harder than I ever thought it was going to be, but a lot of fun.
To work with Leonard Nimoy, what was that experience? I mean, I got goosebumps the first time I saw him, so I was like, whoa. So even for having him come on the set, what was that experience like?
Absolutely.
Well, I had an opportunity, because I was the first one to be cast in the movie, so I had an opportunity to really forge a relationship with Leonard for a number of months leading up to the first day of production, and it was invaluable for me to get to know him and to see the impact this character has had on his life and vice versa, to see the kind of artist that he's become, to see the ways in which he's reemerged from the restrictions that presented themselves to him as a result of being so inextricably tied to a character. I have profound respect for him, and it's always great to see him.
And I have to ask now, at one point, did you notice that maybe fans were kind of recognizing you as these, because, you can be an actor and people see you, but then you have the Trekkie fans. So at what point did you guys have an experience where it was like, whoa?
Recently, really, I think.
Yeah, I think the first time was really going to the airport, stepping out of the car to go to Sydney. We were kind of bombarded by all these paparazzi, which that's never happened to me before in my life. Once those guys had kind of exited frame, these really lovely, wonderful fans kind of came up and asked us for our autograph, and for all the talk that fans were skeptical of us or not accepting or whatever that talk is about. Not true to my experience. My experience of them is they've been absolutely warm and wonderful and very, very accepting.
Zach?
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, I feel like my relationship to fans of mine or of my work or of the work that I'm a part of has always been one of mutual respect. If they respect me, I respect them, and that's always been the case with fans of Star Trek so far. I hope that remains the case. I know that there can be some real enthusiasm and some real commitment to the ardor of their enjoyment of what we're making. So I feel like as long as it's contained in a way that I feel comfortable and capable of handling it, then I'm good to go.